which we are. Ron loves to travel, and a lot of people may not know this, but you're an avid pilot. You fly quite often from here to Honolulu and other places. And do you do a lease a plane, or do you how do you manage your flights?
Yeah. Basically, we have a small little aircraft. It's a 6-passenger Piper Saratoga.
That's not that small, Ron.
No,
That's
it's not that
six
small. Yeah,
passenger.
it's a nice little aircraft, and we own it. We've owned it for years. It's 1984. Kind of scary thinking about that in regards to driving around something that's 1984 up in the air. But the engine's where it's at, and it's all updated. And basically, you get your pilot's license, and I have flown since 1981, 39 years.
Wow.
Have about 4,500 hours, which is a lot of hours.
A lot of hours. Wow.
And we serve PWC that way in regards to connecting the dots, all the islands, Kauai, Big Island, Lanai. We have substantial business on every island, and that's how we do it.
Well, you couldn't do it if you had to fly a commercial airlines.
You could.
The
It's
time
just
it takes
it's just difficult. Obviously, when I started flying, there was no TSA.
Yeah.
So actually, things have gotten better with our aircraft. You open up the hangar door. It's hangared in Kahului, and off you go. 38 minutes, you're in Honolulu.
So you literally just drive there, get on board. You don't have to deal with any of that. So you just right there, and then it takes you about how long to get over to Oahu?
Yeah, that's correct. 38 minutes to Oahu. Obviously,
bad
you
at
have
all.
to have a TSA
You'd
badge.
stay that long in TSA.
Oh, most definitely.
Just
Yes,
going
it's
through the
it's.
airport.
I get irritated when I fly Hawaiian Air. Sounds like I won't be able to fly Hawaiian Air right now, but I do not enjoy the main airport that much. I get spoiled with my on the aircraft, and off we go.
That's amazing. I bet you probably know the people in the tower, and they know you, and you know all the...
Yes, we do. You get to know them. You thank them. They do a great job for the aviation industry, and it's cleaning isn't that glamorous, but the aircraft involvement is a little bit special with our company.
Well, I've been noticing more and more private jets. It's interesting towards the holidays when I look over there. Sometimes I walk on that walkway behind there. Because it's a nice little walk back there, but you can see sometimes during the holidays a line of private jets get rather impressive lineup of jets towards the Christmas and New Year's holidays, right? And sometimes Thanksgiving.
It's amazing. I was talking to the owner of Air Service Corporation. Actually, Kona has the most jets over the holidays.
Really?
About 100 jets. We get up to 80 jets on the ramp.
Wow.
You wouldn't believe the millions and millions of dollars sitting on the ramp there, just pushed together and every little space taken up. It's incredible. You go there between Christmas Day and New Year's, and you will see the most sophisticated aircraft in the world.
Do you get to know who owns what? I mean, can you tell Oprah's jet?
There's a few of them. It's actually, Oprah's jet and they're all leased as well, so you'll see it come in. It doesn't necessarily mean she's here, but one way or another, they're all very beautiful. It's a different life, let me tell you. Yes,
absolutely.
Yes, it's pretty cool.
Absolutely. So, but of course, we just have the main runway at this point. But when you go to Oahu, that's so huge. You don't go in on the commercial runway when you fly to Oahu.
Most definitely. Oahu doesn't have a general aviation airport. You fly into the main airport. There's 4 runways and 8.
There's 4 runways.
8 left, 8 right, 4 right, and 4 left.
And do they must have a lot of private jets and private small planes there?
They do.
Well,
They do. They have more space. They have more vendors serving the private jets. But to tell you the truth, Maui and Kona is the attraction. That's the Air Service Corporation based in Oahu. They send lots of people to Maui and Kona to service the aircraft during the holiday. It's called the festive season.
Well, I certainly have noticed that difference, right? But, you love to travel a lot, and so does your wife, Shirley. And, of course, Christine, our other friend who loves to travel in the neighborhood, she's taken off to go to Machu Picchu and down there to Cusco and down to Peru and going to have an exciting adventure. I think she leaves tonight. She flies more than anyone I know. And But you just went to Mexico, and it was interesting because there's been a lot of news that attack on the Mormons where 9 people were killed on November 6th was just a devastating news story. And of course, we hear a lot about what's going on. But then again, people have to put it in perspective, too. You went before the attack that happened to Mexico, right?
Yeah, my wife is actually who plans these trips, and she's the traveler. She does an awesome job putting the trips together. I don't actually travel that much. I work.
You do work.
But I do take 3 to 5 day segments where we go off and do our little thing. In regards to Mexico, before or after the attack, as you call it, it really doesn't matter, these attacks, and actually, you take Chicago.
Yeah.
There's these things happen quite frequently.
Yeah.
Mexico kind of gets a bad rap in regards to there's the dangerous areas and there's the kind of safe areas. Things happen, but my wife has conveyed to me that Mexico is very safe, and our trips down there have been awesome. They've been safe. I've felt very, very comfortable. And
you don't fly your own little plane. You do from Texas or someplace into.
No, and our last trip was to Mexico. It was to Punta Mita. And that's a very beautiful community. I would compare it to Wailea, Kaanapali.
Oh, really?
Very beautiful community in Mexico, Shirley picked. And off we went, simple to get down there. It's our aircraft to Honolulu, Houston, Puerto Vallarta. And
Puerto Vallarta is near this
yes,
other?
Puerto Vallarta is near Punta Mita, and it's a 45-minute trip to Punta Mita via shuttle bus.
Oh, okay.
Punta Mita is a very beautiful community. It was actually a good deal of it was purchased by Bill Gates a couple years ago.
I didn't know that.
BGI Investments, along with Cascade Investments, purchased Punta Mita. It's 9.5 mile of beaches.
Wow.
Just beautiful, serene beaches. And why we go there, I would compare it to Hawaii. In fact, if you Google Punta Mita, it says it has the same climate as Hawaii because it's on the same latitude as Hawaii.
Huh.
And it does. It has humidity. It has our temperature. It's awesome. We go there because when I go to the beach here, all I do is worry about this and that. You can't vacation. I wish I could vacation on Maui because Maui is the most awesome place in the world.
You can't get away
but
from
I'm very fortunate that I live here. But yeah, get away. We went down to Punta Mita and we had a wonderful time. Beautiful beaches.
And where do you stay?
There's many nice hotels. There's a St. Regis. There's Four Seasons. There's 17 communities on Punta Mita.
Wow.
Shirley found a good deal at the Four Seasons. It was very, very awesome. We were very fortunate. She's a very wise traveler. She picked their slow time. And we had mostly, well, I wouldn't say in the entire, but a good deal of the resort to ourselves. Had a great time, very quiet. Kind of contrary to what I noticed in regards to the lodging there. You don't experience sirens. You're not near roads. Even if you go to Wailea, the road runs direct through Wailea. A guest at those hotels still experiences the noise of the city. Landing flights, sirens, you name it. Punta Mita, you're in heaven, basically. It's very, very beautiful. The water is a wonderful temperature when we were there. It was bath water almost.
Really?
And very relaxing, different types of wildlife. There's iguanas. They walk right in front. There are many iguanas.
The Night of the Iguana was a famous movie that Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor did that brought fame to Puerto Vallarta.
Exactly. Yeah, and so it's an interesting place. The people are just awesome. They're very visitor oriented. They want to serve you. They're very kind. They're very intelligent. They go out of their way. We just loved it. It was obviously the resort where we stayed. They push that, and that's a good thing. You need to always pick an area where you feel safe. But
do they have guards and things around the?
Yeah, they have, and most definitely. This is a gated community. It's very large. Like I say, you've got to put your status in Bill Gates Investments, BGI Investments, it's called. They're making an area that's luxurious, very, very nice, very, very safe. You feel good about it. And that's how Mexico is. It's, obviously, and I went to Acapulco many years ago. It was the best place you could be. Now they say Acapulco is dangerous. You don't want, yeah. And so you got to pick your areas. You don't want to be caught in the back streets of Chicago at night either, So
well, I had never heard of Punta Mita.
You have to be a smart traveler, so
that's
to speak.
That's a new one, though, because I don't think it gets a lot of attention. Of course, I've heard of Puerto Vallarta.
Yes.
But the thing is, these days, the idea in travel is to try to go places that other people aren't going. The world is really getting over-touristed in so many of the hot spots. And unfortunately, my gosh, my heart goes out to Venice. They're just 3 floods in the last week and a half, 2 weeks.
And Hong Kong.
And Hong Kong gotten very dangerous, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, finding places like this little gem, it sounds wonderful, Punta Mita.
Yeah, and Shirley doesn't... she doesn't go ahead and it's not 1 minute worth of work. She researches, figures out how to get there, what it's going to take. Will they have Wi-Fi? I have to have. I have to have Wi-Fi. I'm in that resort.
No, me too.
I can communicate with the world from there. My phone goes off. That was the only problem. My phone rang a lot. But one way or another, to make a long story short, it's she puts together an awesome vacation.
And it's not that far. I see. So you just fly to Houston. So you're talking about about 10 hours to get to 12. No, it could be up to 12 hours to get there.
It's easy. And in regards to the world of travel, it's obviously Honolulu, Houston. So that's in the neighborhood of around 8. And then Punta Mita or Puerto Vallarta surprised me. That was only 2 hours. So and she did very nice connections.
And then you took a shuttle bus.
It's United. We went on. It's
United. But from Puerto Vallarta to Punta Mita.
Yes, shuttle bus.
Yeah.
And that's I would say that's the only thing that's kind of Mexico, and it's actually fun when you get off the. What they have a lot there, and it's basically. For Puerto Vallarta is timeshare. So when you get out of the airport there, you're attacked by people who want to
sell you timeshares.
Exactly. But once you're on the bus and off to your destination, it's all good.
So do you go outside the resort when you're going to a place like that in Punta Mita? You just stay in the resort?
You can. Punta Mita is a city. You can go shopping if you want. We do not. She knows, I would say I'm a little bit more so, but I like to just kind of chill. And where we stayed, they had beautiful facilities to chill. Great dining, true Mexican food, prepared well, safe. Everything about it.
Did you go out in the water at all?
Oh, most definitely. Out in the water is safe. We went swimming every day. They're just it was very, very comfortable. I think that the people that were there working on that property, being familiar with the lodging industry here in Hawaii, I was totally amazed by the capability of the Spanish people. They were just totally awesome.
And they spoke, obviously there was English spoken.
English spoken. To tell you the truth, Shirley can speak Spanish.
Oh, good.
In a degree. I wouldn't say she belts it out, but she opens her mouth with a smile to people, and all of a sudden they love her, and I kind of latch on to that.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So, and did you take boats out at all? Did you take a boat out?
They have boats. I did not. We did not. We just kind of cruised and chilled, like you say, and the days went by quickly.
Yeah.
We, like I say, it's we plan these 3 to 5 day things, and 5 days. I hope that next year. Maybe we get a day or 2 more. We actually want to return. But, no boats, but they have them. Yeah.
So Punte, Punta? Oh, no, it's
Punta,
A.
P-U-N-T-A, Mita, M-I-T-A.
Punta Mita. It's a brand new one to me. It's
Yeah.
funny. I've really never, ever talked to anyone who's gone there before.
Wow, that's cool.
No, so it's great to learn about this. And, Four Seasons, we all go, how expensive is it? Because Four Seasons can be pricey. They're
Yeah.
kind of known as 5-star expensive hotels.
Yeah, that's
Do you
correct.
get a rate there because it's off-season? And
I would say that the rate, I wouldn't really want to quote. I don't want to,
Yeah.
it's there's all kinds of different places there. We went ahead and, to tell you the truth, she goes to the spa here sometimes, so we had a gift certificate that we traded in.
Oh, good.
So I think that you're, probably in the neighborhood of just like Hawaii here. You're probably going anywhere from maybe like $250 to $500 somewhere.
Oh, that's not bad.
We
for a
went
Four-
on this. We went at the slow time. There
Yeah.
were offering some deals. The deals were offered because there was renovations going on, and the renovations were in far back cottages, and didn't bother us at all. So we did pretty good on our first trip. Their normal rates might deter us from ever returning, but we're going to have our eyes on the specials for serious.
No,
for,
I know,
for,
it
for,
makes a huge difference.
For next
Absolutely it does.
for next year. We're hoping. The only problem is when they renovate, oftentimes those renovations make the
More
place
money.
better
Yeah.
and more expensive. But
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes. But it's not just the resort where we stayed. It was the area, and there are a lot of other properties, so to speak. So I think we'll probably end up there again.
Well, in a couple of minutes here before our next guest calls in, I wanted to ask you, because I was talking to a friend who was telling me about credit cards, because she travels a lot too, and it wasn't Christine. I got the Platinum American Express thinking that was like really cool, and she says, no, unless you get the Black American Express, for now I guess there's $5,000, then you don't really get the extras. But if you get the Black American Express credit card, then you can do a business class flight, and your companion can fly free. And if you're flying business class, that could, depending on where you're flying, pay for the credit card, right? So do you play the credit card game and the points game? Because you travel a lot. Do you play that game?
We do. Yeah, I have opinion. I mean, not opinions. The Black Amex is pretty well a no-go. It's very, very expensive. I think you said
5,000.
It's that's
Yeah.
not worth it. It's
Yeah.
not in our league.
And that's per year.
Yeah, that's per
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
I can't afford that. I want the ones that are $70 annual fee. So
That's
yeah,
hard to-
that's,
I guess,
yeah.
yeah.
But we do the credit card game, and and Shirley's good at it. She picks the ones that will generate basically what we're looking at. And actually, for PWC, even though we have our aircraft, a lot of individuals are sent Hawaiian Air. So we go Amex. We do have Amex Platinum, and that
Do you like the points?
yes, and that generates Amex miles can be computed directly to Hawaiian Air miles.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Not United mile.
Interesting.
They do not participate with United, but they participate with Hawaiian Air, and so we send a lot of people on miles via our Platinum Amex. We put all our PWC charges on the Platinum
So you
Amex.
can- you
We're
can get
generating
some.
50,000 miles
Whoa.
month. Yeah, a month on
Whoa.
chart with gas and all the
Whoa,
expense.
that makes a huge difference.
But we use it totally for Hawaiian Air.
And
miles.
then when you focus it all on one credit card, that's where you can really get the points up
Yeah.
there. So, yeah, you're playing a good game with that,
We do.
50,000.
We do, and that we utilize every bit of that, and we're still buying Hawaiian Air miles for employees a lot. We're glad that Southwest Airlines has entered the market here.
Has that made a difference, you think? I was hoping there'd be actually more discounts, but have you seen the prices come down because of Southwest?
I think that they're a very good entry-level carrier. Everybody else was kind of right on the verge of just barely making it. Southwest can hold their own.
Yeah.
So in regards, I think it was a great entry, and they, like you said, they don't make it completely go to the great super deals, but it's better.
Yeah, and I haven't. Do you fly Southwest? I haven't flown on one of the Southwest. You don't have to. You get your plane. There's no way you're going to do the Southwest.
I have not.
Here.
We've talked about it, but the one drawback on that, I think Southwest, you don't get a confirmed seat, so it's a little bit of a.
That makes me nervous.
I know.
I don't like a catacall, and
That's
and I also like to, by the time I add on getting an extra bag and paying for the extras, it kind of comes out.
To tell you the truth, I've talked to people who have, and they loved it. So I would say that's a plus. Yeah.
Well, I know how busy you are, and so I am so glad that you took the time to come on down and speak to us, because I just learned so much from you every time I talk to you, and I really it's Christmas time coming, and holidays and Thanksgiving. You want your place to be beautiful, so I recommend calling PWC. And what's the number to call?
Yeah, I would recommend call us. This is the time of year right now. We're super busy serving the hotels. You can call 808-661-3760. 808-661-3760.
It's a nice gift.
Yeah, it's a great
nice
gift. I can tell you, people love that. It's
do.
One thing people do is house cleaning for a year. 12 consecutive cleanings
Get
for
your
their
car
wife.
Detailed.
Yes, your car detailed,
Get
your
your
garage
chandelier cleaned.
Yeah, all gift certificates, whatever. It's actually the gift of service is an awesome gift.